Howdy, folks. My name is Jamin Daly, and with me today I have Jose Blanco.
Hola!
There he is. And we are the Big Data Group. So today in our presentation, I'm going to outline what big data is, the value proposition of big data, the ecosystem involved, applications of big data, and then we're going to kind of explain our technology skills development project. So in honor of Jackie's attempt to have some marketing joke time, we created our own little marketing joke time here with Jose Blanco.
Hola! Alright, so to get things started, what is a pirate's favorite piece of marketing content?
A
webinar! That was terrible.
Alright, thanks Jose. That's neat.
De nada.
So, now getting into the explanation of what big data is, we'll kind of first go over the 4 V's of big data. And from class, we know that it's volume, velocity, variety, and veracity. And volume refers to the amount of data, variety refers to the number of types of data, and velocity refers to the speed of data processing. Veracity means accuracy. And according to the 4V model, the challenge of big data management results from the expansion of all 4 properties rather than just the volume property alone.
Alright, so as Jamin kind of discussed earlier, a lot of this data comes in as unstructured data. This means that it can either be like tweets, Facebook posts, pictures, even geological data from like sensors from scientists. This makes it really essential to be able to organize this data in order to make it into useful information that can then be analyzed to make business decisions.
That's neat. Thanks, Jose.
De nada.
So there's tons of different applications of big data, which we'll get into in a second. But when you're looking at the main value proposition of data, again, there's tons of value propositions for big data. However, the main value proposition is that big data allows for better and smarter decisions to be made. Traditionally, business decisions relied on intuition and senior experience. Those are very important. However, making decisions based on the data is the future of business.
Gracias. Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the big data ecosystem, which can actually be fairly complicated. First of all, we have a supplier. The supplier is anyone who is creating data. This is all of us, through our web searches, our Facebook posts, Twitter, tweets, anything like that, including like scientists who are using sensors to relay geological information. Then we have the manufacturer. The manufacturer is like the company or the person who actually sorts, organizes, and analyzes this data. The distributor, this is how the information is distributed itself. So it's distributed through the internet, through reports, anything like that. Finally, we have the customer. The customer is anyone who is using this data to make business decisions through analysis. In addition, the customer can actually be the supplier. And that's all I got to say about that.
Wow, big data ecosystems. That's pretty neat, folks. So getting into the applications of big data, I'm going to explain some applications, some examples, and the customer segments that they are relevant to. So the first application example is healthcare industry. And a pretty clear example of that we discussed in class is looking at flu trends to predict future flu outbreaks. And the customer segment here is the hospital. So it's important to remember with big data that the customer is the person who's going to buy and utilize the big data. It's not the person who is generating the data. Other applications of big data include the insurance industry. So an example here is for better risk assessment, and the customer there is the insurance agency. Other applications include the financial industry, transportation, like we discussed in class, cybersecurity, and politics. So now getting into our technology skills development project, what we did is we looked at Google Analytics for GeoRiot, and we didn't have access to big data, but we did have access to GeoRiot's data, which was big data-esque. So our main goal here, like the value proposition of big data, is to draw conclusions and make an informed decision based on the data we found. So I'll let Jose jump off with our first key insight.
Gracias, amigo. All right, so our first key insight, we looked at GeoRiot's sign-up conversion funnel, which is on the conversions page. From this, we determined that 149 people actually made it to the initial sign-up page. But of those 149, only 86 actually made it to the final step. Although this is a decent conversion rate, out of these 86, only 9 actually completed the sign-up process, which is a drop-off of over 90% of the people. So why is this? What is causing this massive 90% drop-off? The conclusion that we came to was that GeoRiot should do some A/B testing on the final landing page to better understand this dramatic drop-off rate. This would allow them to see more into why these customers are dropping off at this point.
Thanks, Jose. Wow.
De nada.
90% drop off. That's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
Jumping into our second key insight we drew from the data is we looked at the traffic sources for GeoRiot, and specifically the traffic coming from social websites. So this include Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all those. And so looking at the graph here, you can see that 39% of the traffic that month was coming from YouTube. However, only 6% of the traffic was coming from Facebook. So the conclusion we drew here is GeoRiot spends a lot of resources, time, money, energy on creating both the informational YouTube videos and also keeping up with their Facebook strategy, always implementing posts and creating new content. What we decided is that GeoRiot should scale down their Facebook energy and put less resources into that strategy and scale up the creation of informational YouTube videos, as the YouTube videos are clearly driving more traffic to the website. So from big data, trying to make decisions based on data, this is really what big data is all about, and this is what our technology skills project really incorporated, and we're looking at the data from GeoRiot's Google Analytics platform. So in conclusion, I will let Jose take it away with yet another fabulous marketing joke.
Gracias. All right, so why did the marketer get off the trampoline? Do 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 do. Because he was worried about his bounce rate.
Oh, terrific.
Oh,
Terrific.
damn.
So with that, we will leave you with our last slide, which again is pretty neat.
I think that's pretty neat.
Thanks a lot.
Gracias. See you next time.